tuning in to the online broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Hello, everybody. You are watching and listening to AFTERBUZZ TV's The Voice After Show. It's Season 7, Episodes 12 and 13. The final knockouts starring Taylor Swift. I'm Jason Ikeler, and joining me across the table with those beautiful, beautiful dance moves, Christian Rosenberg.
Oh, was that I did beautiful dance moves.
Oh, that was sarcasm.
Oh.
No, you're so pretty, Rosie.
Oh, thank you.
And our little Latina mommy, Steffi
Hey, hola, ¿cómo
Hola, ¿cómo está? Me llamo.
Right. Me llamo.
Me llamo Jason.
My name.
I don't know. I don't know. I took 7 years of Spanish, so that's sad. Okay.
Hey, y'all. How's it going? Steffi G.
It's going good. Steffi G in the house. Let's just get right into it, okay?
Let's do
Sounds
it.
good.
Let's start with Team Blake. He didn't have anybody go last Tuesday, so we'll talk about tonight. His first pairing was Allison Bray versus Taylor Brashears. Allison sang Sin Wagon by the Dixie Chicks. Thoughts?
She was good. She was kind of my favorite in the beginning, and I think she did great there, but she was so boring on stage.
Thank you.
I was like, what are you doing? She wasn't even smiling. Like, her voice was good, but it was weird. It's as if she forgot that she was on stage and in front of people.
Well, and I feel like Taylor Swift gave her really, really good advice. Like, you're a crazy, angry girl in this song.
She took it for nothing.
She's like, okay, she said to move. I'll move across the stage. But this is a song where, like, she needs to, like, mess up her hair and stomp and, like, almost, like, flip off the crowd. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the type of song where you almost want to go over the top in the theatrics. And that was what Taylor was trying to get her to. I mean, between taking the heels off so she can move around better. And just the way, like, Taylor, when she was describing the stuff, she was acting like she was drunk. She was, like, kind of, like, swaying and swaying around.
That's exactly how it should be.
And then Allison came on, and she was a little off pitch for a good chunk of the song.
See, I actually thought her vocals were really good up until the end when she got shouty. But I think her vocal, like, just now listening to this, I think she sounds great.
Yeah, but between her performance and towards this part right at the end, I expected so much more out of her than what we got.
And I feel like the shoutiness at the end I would have been a little more okay with if she was like leaning her head back and getting really into it, and then it would have kind of gone with the performance. But because she was just standing there looking pretty, it totally lost it for me, and it bums me out because I think she has so much potential.
She did. She had so much potential, but I literally, like, fast forwarded it.
Oh, okay. So she went up against Taylor Brashears, who sang Landslide by Stevie Nicks. Made popular by the Dixie Chicks also.
Yes.
Or they did a cover of it. Don't kill me for that one. I thought this was a chill-worthy performance. I loved everything about it.
So do I. Also, what cracks me up about Taylor is at the end of Allison's performance, if you peep her out in the corner for a second, Taylor, again, with this confidence, because she's the one they were talking about the last time she performed, she sat there, she was like, she gave a look like, oh, I got this. Like, I don't know. There's something about her. She almost seemed mean for a second, but I felt like she knew she was gonna dominate.
She walks that confident, cocky line.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Taylor Swift, and I'm like, you better
Taylor,
check yourself. Yeah, Taylor Brashears. I agree.
Right?
But she has the confidence, but then as soon as she started singing, you can literally tell every line of the song, she's relating it to something in her life.
Yes.
And you can see it in her eyes, and that is what makes a performance for me.
Absolutely. She pulls me in.
Yeah. We on the same level.
Did you guys? The one comment that I had on this one was, I actually wish that she sang this one sitting down. I don't think this is the type of song where you should kind of pace back and forth around the stage.
But she did it all right.
She did it fine.
You're right. She could have, but the fact that the fact that they just had that like whole mentoring with Taylor and Taylor telling them to do all this other crazy stuff, she did enough because she knew herself. Like, well, I'm not gonna go crazy. That's not the song to do it with.
Right.
Let me just kind of connect with who I can while I'm singing on this stage.
And I think if it had not been a knockout round, that would have been great.
Right.
But since I think she would have came across as a little more boring had she been sitting the whole time.
Right.
And my only other thing was I thought at the end maybe she went a little overboard with the runs.
Taylor?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
but
that was
it was well done. Like it was vocally on point, so it didn't bother me as much. I would have maybe just cut back a tiny bit.
Yeah, because you almost wanted to tell her, well, you got this already. You're good.
You don't
didn't
have to
do
go,
it. Yeah.
But I think this was the most lopsided battle of the night.
Which is funny because going into it, I'm like, oh my god, these are two of my favorites.
Yeah.
What's gonna happen? And Allison,
it was just so disappointed in Allison.
Yeah.
and it really pisses me off when you have like. Taylor Swift is literally going to be your peer if you go in the music industry. One of the biggest people in pop and country music. If you're not listening to her advice, then I wouldn't pick you either.
Right.
Like, you're getting this incredible opportunity. You better go with it.
And Blake clearly said that Taylor, I needed someone who knows how to grow, and Taylor's already showed that. So, I have to go with her.
Yeah. And that vocal was on point.
It
so,
was.
obviously, Taylor won. Nobody stole Allison, which kind of bums me out because I do feel like, actually, you know what? I thought she was moldable, but maybe if she doesn't listen to the advice, she's not somebody you want on your team. I don't know. Sorry. Up next was Grant Ganser versus Regan James.
I feel like the blind auditions, Grant began puberty. And then at this point, all of a sudden, it's like, oh wait, now he's a bass.
Yeah,
maybe it was me and Taylor.
No,
he's saying "Apologize" by One Republic, by the way.
Right. That was that's the thing though. I was kind of bummed about his because I thought he was great, and especially when he did his like that rock and roll voice, I was like, wait, what?
I agree because I feel like he doesn't know who he is as an artist with his voice, and I thought
his voice just changed. He wouldn't know yet.
But he should still know the way he approached the song. I thought it was either like a little too show choir where it was like super enunciated, and then I thought the rock part of his voice sounded forced. I heard what Taylor Swift heard when she was like, go up in the falsetto more. I think that's when his voice sounds the best, when he kind of does the Ryan Tedder thing.
Oh, okay.
But I feel like he's too show choir or too faking the rock, and he needs to kind of like go in the middle.
Yeah, he needed to pinpoint the exact he needed to pinpoint the exact type of sound he wants and really emphasize that one and be more confident in it.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't confident in anything on stage. He was a nervous wreck. And I mean, granted, you're one step away from the live rounds and performing to try to have Blake choose you once more. You should be nervous, but
I guess, okay, so I saw the nervousness also. However, I thought that it was how he chose to perform it.
Yeah.
At first.
Hey, Steven, can you turn off the Blake Shelton talking to us? Thank you.
My bad.
Because at first I thought that he was just being this like a over dramatic about it because he's in show choir. So I thought he was attempting to start serious and then go bigger. I do hear the training that you're talking about that he might need, but it's there because he knows how to hit every note.
Yeah, but I think he needs. I mean, he does. He needs coaching. And I think maybe had his emotions, his facial expressions matched what he was trying to do. If you think he was trying to start off that way, I would have believed it a little more.
Right.
But he looked so nervous that
and then he
it
went
came
right
across
back
as
to
shaky.
it. Exactly.
Yeah. Even if he took like the Adam Levine route and sang mostly in falsetto and did that sort of thing at this point where his voice is at with puberty.
I see why he wanted to show his deeper voice though, because that for me that was more impressive.
Oh really?
Yes.
So he was up against Regan James, who sang Hit 'Em Up Style Oops by Blue Cantrell.
I thought this was a great song choice by her.
Yeah.
I loved the song choice. I didn't like how she performed it.
Really?
Yeah. What do you think she should have done differently?
Like me and Marissa were talking about, we were watching it together, and I felt like her breath support wasn't there, and then there were some parts where it sounded like she was skipping over it because at one point I thought that, I get it that it was her style, but I almost thought she forgot the words, and then I thought that she was making up for it by doing something else a little bit later. I think what it is about her is that she does have a unique sound, and her look is also very nice. Not that she doesn't look like every other girl, because she's very beautiful and all the other girls are beautiful, but there's something about her that you can tell she's got a bit of a swag. She's only 15, but she seems grown, so she's attractive in that way. However, I think that fooled all of us.
See, I thought, she has a little bit of Ariana Grande mouth going on, or she's like, and I need her to enunciate just a little bit more. And then I thought for her stage presence, I like that she started out kind of bouncy, but I feel like at the end of this song, this girl's pissed at her man. She needs to be stomping across the stage and so angry.
It needed to hype up. It needed to
she couldn't because she
gradually
was
get
losing
bigger.
her breath. And she wasn't even doing anything. And it's like, girl, work on your breath support.
Yeah,
because
I mean,
the performance could have been better had she known to breathe correctly, because it stopped her. You could tell every time when she looked away and she had to stop whatever she was about to do because she's like, I can't breathe anymore.
And I mean, that's the song too. The song is insanely hard to sing.
Yeah.
I loved her falsetto though. I'll say that was so powerful to me.
And I did like her. I did like her rhythmic timing. And I did find it hilarious that the network would not allow a 15-year-old to say the word sex in her song, so she had to riff it instead of saying the word sex.
Really?
Yeah.
That girl looks like she knows all about that.
Oh shoot! I like Gwen's.
Not in a bad way, but I'm just saying. She looks grown. That's what I meant.
I liked what Gwen said about coming into her own in her style too, because I do feel like she looked a little awkward in what she was wearing, but that could have been the wardrobe team.
That could have been. But it's because Gwen is choosing everyone that reminds her of her.
Actually, I was waiting to say that later on, but I completely agree with you.
She's choosing artists who are similar to herself. Reagan is 100% like a Gwen Stefani. Again, like I said, Gwen is not known for her vocal talent. She's known for her incredible performances and incredible music
that she's
produced. Pardon?
This is Team Blake, right?
No, this is Team... No,
this is Team Blake, but you're saying what Gwen was saying to her.
Oh, is it Blake's
Yeah, I was just trying to save you there, and you didn't even take it. You didn't even reach out for it.
I didn't. Hold on. Oh, that messes everything up. But regardless, this is still how I feel.
This is someone that Gwen would
I actually
want.
do agree with you about Gwen, though, but I feel like because Gwen is thinking, like, if I can coach somebody like me, almost like take them under, that's how she could win.
Yeah.
You know?
Anyways, but okay, well, not in comparison to that, then I'm still going to go with the thing about Reagan, and I'm going to use the comparison as far as that's what's good about her, is that she seems to have that show performer like aspect of her that Gwen Stefani has. Like everyone loves to look at Gwen Stefani.
I think that is the struggle of being an artist on one of these competition shows is
you gotta have
get in the competition and you know who you are as an artist, and then you have 80 producers and a wardrobe person and a stylist and somebody saying put dancers on the stage. You have all these people telling you what to do, and you've never had access to any of those things before. So I think it's hard to be, wait a minute, like that's not my live show, that's not who I am as an artist. Instead of it's like a kid in a candy store, you're like, oh, give me that, and that. Preach.
Sure.
I just preached myself. So Regan won that, which I think she deserved to win.
I agree. Grant, go home.
Okay.
Aw, he's
I thought
cute,
they were
though.
even.
I wish he could have shown, because when he's talking to them, when like Taylor and Blake are mentoring them, he has a really fun personality and like he's very flirty. I feel like if he could have shown that.
There's a 17-year-old kid and there's Taylor Swift. Of course you're gonna be flirty.
Yeah, but if he could show
walked
that
in and saw her, or like I honestly feel like they all felt they had a little bit of a chance.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I feel like they all did also.
I would feel like I would have a chance.
All the tall ones, I was like, ooh, you guys have a good shot. She might try to holler at you, so make yourself available.
Let's talk about Team Gwen. Her first pairing was from last Tuesday, and it was Taylor John Williams versus Troy Ritchie. Taylor John Williams sang Mad World, and this is one of my favorite performances on The Voice this season.
Yes. I was watching this one at home, and I was just kind of like moving from the living room to my bedroom, just like grabbing something. All of a sudden, the song.
What were you grabbing when you moved?
Actually, I was grabbing my Rose shirt, if you must know.
Okay.
And all of a sudden, the song started, and I was just like, wait. And I literally dropped my shirt to like,
Yes.
Yeah, I dropped my pants when I watched it.
I didn't know. I was still wearing a shirt. I just wanted to clarify.
okay.
I was just grabbing the Rose shirt.
Rosie, your pants dropped too.
Did they?
Yeah, I remember.
Oh, you were there.
Yeah.
That's right, because I asked you to pull them up for me. Anyway.
Oh, wow.
But no, this guy nailed this song.
He did. I always get nervous when I hear this song because I'm like, yeah, right, like, you're going to sing it better than Adam Lambert because he killed it.
Oh, on Idol?
Yes.
Yeah, but I think the way he approached it
nice, exactly.
was not like in a way, like it was totally in his own vein where he's like, I'm just going to be really chill and sing this. Only one thing I would fix is his leg was shaking the entire time, and they talked to him about that while they were mentoring him. But I wanted to be like, if you can just stand there, it's so much more powerful. But I don't even care because he is beautiful, inside and out.
So we know Jason's crush for this season.
I know.
I heard this performance on the way here, like the Tuesdays.
Yeah.
I really wish I would have seen his leg shake.
Oh.
I really would, because I heard it when you listen to it. It sounds great, but you don't hear the leg shaking.
I hope you don't hear it.
I obviously, but I'm just saying I didn't know that. But when you just, what do you mean? So
like he was like doing it to the beat.
It was like
because he didn't know what to do, and it doesn't even go to the beat.
Yeah, well, he was doing it to the beat, but it was just like
it was one of these.
Mad World. Yeah, but it needed to be like he just needed to be like firm.
Right.
He went up against Troy Ritchie, who sang "Hey Ya" by Outkast, and this was actually another one of my favorite performances this season. I love that they told him like, "Hey, try it with guitar in the beginning and then take it up." I thought maybe it would be a little cornball, but he completely pulled it up. His voice was insane. He was entertaining. He was funny. I loved everything about it.
I wish the entire song was like it is right now at the beginning with the guitar, because it was such a unique style. And yeah, his voice is excellent. And when it got fast-paced, which we're gonna hear in a second, yeah, it was a lot of fun. He was enjoying it. It was a very enjoyable performance. But the only time that hip-hop has really worked on this show is when Christina Grimmie just completely tore it down and made it a song that wasn't how it normally sounds. This right now is just like how Andre on 3000, as far as the beat goes.
I 100% disagree with everything you just said.
Really?
Well, here's the thing, though. I do love how he started in the beginning, but the reason why is because this song is about a failed marriage, and I thought that I feel like the way he started like when it was a ballad, I think that's how it was maybe supposed to be in the beginning, but Andre is so crazy and nuts that he switched it into this sick-ass song. But I think it was cool because he was able to show his artistry and then show the rest.
I think so, too, and I think he took the song and made it his own.
Right.
And I feel like he does pull it off because Andre 3000 kind of raps it a little bit, and he made it sound like it could be like a Gavin DeGraw song.
Okay.
And I thought, I was literally shocked no one stole him. I would have stole him in a heartbeat.
See, yeah, to me, just after the slow part, it sounded like here's a guy singing Andre 3000.
Okay.
See, but I feel like if he would have kept it slow, it's like how many times have we heard somebody do that with the Jay-Z song, or do that with the Britney Spears song, or do it with whatever on these shows?
The only person we really ever heard it do it really well was Christina.
Or we heard, season, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
The guy, he was on Team Adam.
But that narrows it down.
Nope, season 2 or 3. He sang 99 Problems.
I don't remember.
You know what I'm talking about? Okay, next up on... Taylor John Williams won that, obviously. Next up was Beth Spangler versus Ryan Sill, and Ryan sang Miss Independent by Neo. At first when he said Miss Independent, I was thinking he was singing Miss Independent by My Girl.
You and
I thought that was going to be really cool. I actually think this was a really flawless vocal, but his stage presence is so cornball for me that it's really hard for me to take him seriously.
Only because he's little. He honestly,
He's little.
He's little, like he's young, like he's inexperienced. It's one of those things where the way he's moving is just because he hasn't done a lot of things. You can tell, like even what?
I know what you're talking about.
Well, I mean, not even necessarily that. Just like everything in general, just life experiences.
Yeah.
You know, even how many artists start in the beginning of their careers? Look, Justin Bieber was more shy in the beginning and kind of cornballish until he started growing up and going out, and then now he developed a swag. This kid just needs to develop a swag.
Well, I agree, and I feel like it's sing age-appropriate songs. I feel like Taylor Swift is the best example for this.
Okay.
Like, sing what you can relate to, and that will sell millions. Don't try to sing this kid's never been in love. Clearly, look at him.
But he does need a Miss Independent because he can't take care of himself.
That's true.
A few weeks ago, I said the line that Blessing had better stage presence than this guy.
Right.
And
you should probably not keep bringing that up.
No, because it's still accurate.
Okay, but we do not support Christian's comments. Just so we know.
I feel and I want to like this guy because his voice is phenomenal. But anytime he's on stage, I feel like I'm watching him read sheet music.
I was just going to say that.
Because he's thinking every split second. Even when he was walking robotically from side to side, he's like, oh, I have to walk this way now. I have to walk this way now. Oh, this is my line. Like, I'm watching the actual music, like the little ball with the lyrics. Yeah. That's what I'm watching with him, and he's phenomenally talented. He just needs to fix that.
They both
drastically,
performed as if they were at a talent show.
I agree, and I feel like one other thing, I hated that he said Miss Independent. It's Miss Independent, not Miss Independent. That just pissed me off. And then I do feel like he was the best kid in his high school choir. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like, he has a really good voice, but he's not an artist. He's not somebody I would pay to see.
Right.
He went up against the Beth Spangler, who's also not somebody I would pay to see. She sang Too Little Too Late by JoJo.
And she, you know what? That song is, I forget about that song.
That song is so powerful.
It is so powerful, and it is such a sick song. I forgot about it, and I was so excited because she's like this perfect girl to sing it, at least her the way her appearance was. And then she started singing it and just like took the swag right out of it.
She whitewashed the song completely.
So much, and she even had the vocals to back it up. Had she even if she knew how to use her voice.
And what pissed me off about her too is she didn't listen to Taylor or Pharrell's notes.
Nothing. She stood in like 2 spots.
Two of the biggest people in the music industry are telling you like, "Hey, stop over singing this song. It comes across as corny."
Yeah.
And it was a talent show performance at best.
And you can tell that she probably just found out that she could sing maybe 2 years ago. I feel like,
oh yeah,
you know, it's one of those things where you don't. Had you been singing your whole life hard with that voice, you should have been able to deliver it much better.
I 100% agree.
It's one of those songs to me. This was definitely her worst performance of the season.
In her heart, but
with, it was definitely her worst one, and I think she knew it too. Mm-hmm. But I feel at this point in the show, we're looking at the full package and all the things as far as not just the voice, but the potential of growth, the stage presence, etc. If this competition was purely on the voice, no pun intended, yes, then Ryan wins. But as far as the overall performance, I honestly thought Beth won.
He's a young, handsome boy.
And if you look
that beats anything in the industry.
And Ryan, even since the show has started, has gotten better.
Yes.
Every week we say he's better than he was last week. And
that's like saying Ariana is going to eventually be better than One Direction. Never.
And
Ariana's going to be better than One Direction?
Never.
Oh, okay.
And she didn't listen to their notes, so I would knock her out right at the competition because if you're not going to be,
he's not talking about like just, he means like he's gonna knock her out.
Because she is not an artist at all.
Right.
She's not. She's a good vocalist, but she's not a great vocalist. And I don't think she knows who she is as an artist. She knows she can sing. But she took this song that when JoJo sings this song, she's like, I'm white, but you don't know it.
Yes, exactly. JoJo's got, JoJo.
JoJo, we need an album.
I do think Beth. We do need that. Where is she? I do think Beth actually belongs more with country. As far as the way her voice sounds, I think she would have been stronger with that than if she sang. Like,
I think you just love Beth.
Well, that's a different topic. I did not like her outfit tonight, though.
I think you're gonna marry a blonde woman.
Actually, I prefer brunettes.
Oh, hello. Okay, moving forward. Ryan won that battle.
He did.
Let's talk about Anita Antoinette versus Craig Wayne Reed.
I loved both performances before you even tried to say anything bad about
I'm not
Craig.
trying to say anything. Anita sang Rude by Magic. Let's talk about that first.
Okay. Anita was dope, especially with her moves when she sang A. What?
I couldn't keep my eyes off of her while she was moving. She's insane.
This was such a fun performance.
Oh, that right there was the only performance of the season that I honestly wish I saw live. Yes, I wanted to go. She made me want to go clubbing like that second. My
only issue is I feel like this song is so overplayed that I was a little bored of the song. But what she did with it was really, really great.
Right. I make sure that doesn't happen when someone sings it. The fact that I didn't even think about how he sings it, I thought it was great.
Okay.
Gwen found someone that's listening to her every move. This was a Gwen Stefani performance of Magic for Team Gwen.
Absolutely.
I agree, but I think in a way that's still an Anita performance, like because Gwen and her have similar strengths.
Maybe this is who I meant to compare to also, but not in a bad way.
No, in a great way because
she did phenomenal.
Okay, yeah.
No, I loved this performance,
and I think that Anita connects with it as an artist. One thing that I don't like when people sing songs is when they change the gender. I think it takes away from the song. Like if you watch,
no, I know. We always talk about
marry
that.
Boy,
Yeah.
marry him anyway. Yeah.
I just think it makes it corny, and then you like get more into like, oh wait, she changed that. Then pay attention to the performance because they went somebody on Idol,
A couple of people, and we were just like,
and they just sing it regularly.
Exactly.
And then I just saw Taylor Swift do a cover recently too, where she just keeps it the same, and then you pay more attention to their music and
The way
less
that
to
they
the
do
words.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's the one thing that I noticed, and the one thing that took me away from the actual performance. So
Yeah.
you're 100% correct on it. However, she, especially with the beginning, her first story, having said that, she'd come before, didn't make it, made it this time, and then I'm glad that she chose something so she can represent her roots a little bit because she was able to use her dialect and everything. That it was just so good, and her moves though. I'm sorry, no one has danced on that stage like that yet.
Oh no, and we'll talk about Menlik later, but how she approached what you were saying, like her roots and her sound in a current sound is so much better than what he did because it's so much more relatable.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And the fact that she, commented on how a couple seasons ago when she auditioned, she had a major stage fright issue, and then performing like that.
You're right.
Yeah, you would have no idea.
You would have no idea she had any type of stage fright.
So she went up against Craig Wayne Reed, who sang "Can't You See,"
which is an amazing song. Sorry, I love that song. I thought he did incredible.
I thought he did a phenomenal job. I was just a little disappointed in Gwen's makeover.
Oh my God, I was going to say the same thing. He just cut his hair. He should have pulled his hair back into a man bun.
He looked like the dude from Nickelback.
Yes, thank you. Lost the leather jacket, lost the chains, put on some boots that weren't cowboy boots and some skinny jeans, and he would have been hot. First problem. Second problem is he sounds like Scott Stapp from Creed. It's like makes me
No, he
I don't think it sounds like
This
Scott
is the way
Stapp.
that I wish Creed sounded, because never in my whole life have I ever liked Creed. Even since I was little, even when they were in. I'm not kidding. He doesn't sound like Creed to me.
No, I actually agree with
better.
Stephanie. I don't think he sounds like Scott
I understand
Stapp.
the similar the comparison that you're making. Yes, but I thought he did great. And talk about somebody who's definitely performed on a stage before and literally demanded my attention when he was performing.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, I feel like who are we talking about when they phoned in Taylor Swift's direction when she was like, "You need to move across and say this." If you watched his face, he had dead eyes the entire time. And he has so much jaw tension that I can't watch him sing because I'm like, your jaw's gonna rip right off.
See, I'm 100% with Stephanie on this one.
I didn't catch any of what you said.
I think he.
You were wrong.
I think we felt involved in this performance.
I didn't feel involved. I wanted to be like, relax your shoulders. Steffi G just hit her tooth, hopefully on an ice cube.
Fresh iced water thing.
I thought he needed to like relax his shoulders, be a little more free with it. And
Well, he didn't have the tassels. It was a little different for him.
But I also think he sang the song at the same pace the whole time. Like he needs a little more push and pull.
Well, for me, this is an amazing song, so it's already fun to hear. I love this song. It's a make you feel good song, and then the way he performed it was great, and it only showed like give him a different song, let him get more comfortable. Get out of here, he's gonna be so good, and I'm so happy that. That Blake said what he said, how he's like, I feel like I just saw my ex-girlfriend walk into the bar looking hotter than ever. Because that's true. Because at the end of the day, he should have chosen Craig over James. And now I think it's funny that James is like, dang, that guy just got back on the team. And it's like, yes, because you were very regular.
Oh,
I don't think James is regular at all, but I'm glad that Blake got Craig back.
I don't mean regular in a bad way. I mean that his vocals and everything are there. I don't know. Craig reminds me of a rock star.
Craig is so dated to me. He reminds me of a rock star from the 90s.
Cool, bring him back.
You leave him there.
Leave him there.
Anita won, obviously, and then Blake stole Craig.
Why don't you say obviously after at the end of each one? He said this one won obviously.
Because they already saw
Anita
it.
was the obvious winner.
Oh, yeah.
Duh. Let's talk about Team Pharrell.
But Craig was stolen. You forgot to mention that.
Oh, I
part.
said that before.
Okay, but we wanted to emphasize he was obviously stolen.
He should not have been stolen. He was stolen by he was stolen by default.
No, he
Because
was stealing.
it was
good.
the last one.
Thank God that Blake had one more steal and that's who he stole.
Stole?
Stole. That's who he.
Sure.
Blake's regretting that decision already. Let's talk about Team Pharrell. First up was from last week, Elijah Renee versus Ricky Manning. Elijah sang "With You" by Chris Brown. What'd you guys think?
I was very bland on this one. I honestly thought a lot more out of Elijah. I didn't feel this song showed off his talents enough.
I think vocally this was a great performance, but I think Elijah, I'm going to say this in a very politically correct way. I think Elijah isn't connected with who he is as a person, and so he's trying to be something else. And if he sang songs that he could relate to, he could kill it. But he's trying to sing this Chris Brown song, and he's not Chris Brown. But he has a great vocal, and the runs he does where he goes down on the low runs are really cool. Nobody else is doing that. But he's singing it so cornball that it doesn't match him.
Yeah, but that sucks because that's only because of him and his mannerisms and like how we see him.
Oh yeah, but I don't think he can relate to the song. Is why it's hard to like, you know what I mean?
Maybe he's just choosing not to sub the words.
No, I mean he might have just chose the song because he just happens to really like this song, but didn't have any like.
Yeah, either way, I feel like he didn't connect to what the song was about.
Oh, okay.
And
I mean, just in general, he hasn't been in love with anybody. That's
like do something more age appropriate or something you can actually relate to. I love how invested Pharrell is, like, and the people though. Like, the advice he gives him, you can tell Pharrell's like, I'm gonna be your big brother. Like, let me just take you under my wing.
He's absolutely like that. I love him.
But this kid can sing so well.
Yeah.
Like, probably one of the best actual singers on the competition. He just needs to figure out who he is as an artist and as a person and come into his own.
Right.
Up next, he was against Ricky Manning, who sang Wrecking Ball by Miley. Everybody thought this was the performance of the competition. I thought it was good, but I wasn't blown away.
I wasn't either. I both of these performances, like this battle, was just like, I mean, they're both obviously very talented, but I'm just like, I'm not gonna be upset if both of them get eliminated.
I wanted Elijah to win just because I like his story a little better, and I feel like he's so passionate about it, and his family's adorable. Ricky did well, and there was a couple of like vocal choices he made where I was like, oh, okay, that was really cool. But overall, like, I'd still rather watch Miley sing it.
Well, because she's gonna have sex with some type of balloon clown thing on stage.
Because she has like an emotional grit to her voice when she sings this, and he sounds a little whiny.
Yeah.
Okay. Stephanie, you're a little quiet.
Because it's Miley and that song, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I guess we touched a sore subject.
No, I mean, I don't have an opinion for it. I don't know. It was an all right performance. I think that Elijah won, and that's what happened.
Well, you preach, sister. Okay, so Elijah won, but Gwen did still Ricky, and she said that she thinks she won The Voice with him.
She didn't.
I don't think she did either.
No.
But we'll find out. Maybe she sees something we don't.
Right.
I think he could use some swag lessons from Gwen, so that could be good for him.
She should be the swagger teacher.
Oh, for sure.
Her outfit, by the way.
On point. She looks so cute.
And I'm not even talking about the judging one, the one where she's like mentoring them.
Oh, yeah.
That was on point.
So badass.
Yep.
Up next was Gene Kelly versus Menlick. Gene sang Chandelier by Sia.
Why do I feel like, what did she sing last?
I don't remember.
I feel like this is the first time we've
ever seen her.
Yeah.
Well, do you remember?
I do remember, but not like this.
Oh no, what I was gonna say was, we always say there's like one or two people that all of a sudden once we reach the live rounds, we're like, oh, we forgot about this person could contend. This is this season's winner. Gene is winning.
Oh wow!
This just blew me away. This was the only performance all season that actually gave me goosebumps.
Wow. Like, I will say that this song is so hard. And
yes, exactly.
We've seen it covered on every vocal competition show there is, and nobody's done it justice.
Not until her. Right.
I didn't like the first verse. I thought it was a little over the top. But then when she did this first chorus like that, and then had it build at the end, and by the end of it, you're like, oh my God, you preaching at me. I thought it was insanely good.
Like right now. There it is.
Yes.
She sounded like she was broken.
Like radio. Yes, exactly. Like I was like, dang, girl.
And you felt the song.
And I love her look too. Like it goes well with her voice. She's the complete package.
She's so there's something. I completely noticed her today. completely.
And I honestly could not even have told you she was in the competition until today.
Likewise. I mean, I didn't know. I spelled her name Gene.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
And then I saw it later, and I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, this was like Jackie Lee a couple seasons ago. We like, oh, good singer, did a battle round. Oh yeah, she's good.
And then she came in and did a
she did good.
knockout.
All of a sudden, live came in knockout live, which is like, wait, no, her. What about her?
Yeah.
We need more of her.
I feel bad for Menlik in this because when I first saw his performance, I loved it because it was something that to me, I'm like, this is something that I haven't seen before. And I didn't necessarily compare him to Anita because I know that they have similar styles, but there hasn't been a guy who has sang like, reggae style, but was able to actually still use vocals. I feel like those who usually tend to go, like, I haven't heard a Wyclef in forever where they can do both, where they can do the reggae, but they also have the vocals and they can do a regular song.
Could You Be Loved?
Yeah. I thought it was great. I know you probably didn't like it too much, but I loved it.
I didn't like it because I hate when they don't listen to the judges' notes. Like, the judges are there for a reason because they're experts.
Keep your eyes open so we feel with you. Feel the music.
Eyes closed the whole first verse.
Time.
And then when he does open them, they're like dead eyes.
Yeah.
I always look at their face. And then I also feel like...
I didn't notice his eyes were closed.
So you liked the song choice?
They were almost the entire song.
I thought the song choice was fine because the only reason why was because when they said that he was going to sing it, I'm like, you're stupid. Why would you sing it? And then he sang it, and I was like, oh, psych, because you did it well.
I think he sang it well, but I feel like he sang it well like if he was singing at church in the Midwest. I feel like he's not a star with this performance.
Do you feel like someone could have done it? I don't think he should have changed, like how he had it set was fine. I
wouldn't have done the song in the first place because I feel like that genre of music is hard for a reality competition show. To get people really into.
I think this is the reason why I was impressed, though, because of what you're saying. Because you're correct about that. It is really hard to get into, but
you thought people download it.
I didn't think he pulled it off.
They would not.
I think, yes, it was a great vocal, and if I was just listening to it, then I'd be like, okay, yeah, you got this. But he didn't, especially after her. Yeah, and she was so connected that I wonder if it would have been reversed if I would have thought he was better.
And I thought this was Menlik's best performance of the season. Yeah, as far as with all of them, I thought this was his strongest vocally, and he definitely, even though his eyes stayed shut the whole time, he was still moving around a lot and was a lot more comfortable on stage. But
he left on a good note then.
But you could, you could put you could put Maroon 5 up right after Gene Kelly, and I probably would have chose Gene after that performance.
I'm having deja vu.
She won. I don't want to say she won The Voice, how you're saying it, because I think that there's a couple of people that have the potential.
Oh no, there's four. I think there's 4 out of 5 people on Pharrell's team could win this.
But because his team is. Dang.
Stacked. Okay, we got to talk about Team Adam.
Yeah.
So first up, he had Alessandra Casanova versus Mia Pifferman. Alessandra sang Next to Me by Emily Sande. I thought this was a great vocal. And there was nothing I would have changed about it, but I don't think she changed it enough from the original.
It wasn't original, and similar to what I thought with Elijah. I didn't think we saw all of what she can provide in it.
I don't know if she is an artist. I think she's like a pageant singer.
She looked really hot. For one, I
pageant
like
singer.
That. Yeah. Am I the only one? All right.
No, you are the one. They market to you.
Oh, thank you.
They market to.
This was my market for this part.
Okay. I just don't think she has star potential. I think if she were to win, which I don't think she ever would, she wouldn't sell an album.
Yeah. Pageant singer.
Yeah, for sure.
Very good. We're not saying you sing bad because you do not.
Yeah, but I don't think she compares to other people that can sing good and also know who they are as an artist and are also a little more original. So she went up against Mia Pifferman, who sang Human by Christina Perri. This, however, I thought she's complete package. Yes. She's cute. She has a unique voice, but not in an annoying way where she's copying Ellie Goulding. In a way where she's comfortable in her own skin.
Oh yeah. This is Adam's
with her though.
This is Adam's one threat to win.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm biased with her though because I've followed her on Vine before I saw her on The Voice.
Oh. Well, but honestly, that's good.
Excuse me.
I don't know. Like, I love her anyways. Like, I just know her performances are going to be great. I love her covers. Every
she's
cover that
great.
she does is amazing.
And I think
her sister sings just as good, by the way. Yes.
Maybe she'll be on next season.
Right.
I like
That'd be
hearing her
kinda cool.
sing songs like this because I feel like this is the type of album she would make. So if she already knows who she is as an artist, she's going to be a fun one to watch
Yeah.
because she's
She
going to
really-
find ways to work that in,
Yes.
I think.
Yeah, and like even her blind audition was like the age range. I think she sang. Did she sing Demi Lovato at the beginning? She might have.
Potentially.
But then the battle round, like they chose to go in. Yeah, she's singing right what she should be singing.
Yeah. I do wish her high notes are a little bit like nasally. If she would just like yawn it open and get like a little more space up there, it would be perfect. But she can work on that.
Yes, that's my only thing. Also, is that she can sound nasally. Especially, I don't like when she sounds nasally when she does her runs. That's the only time that it bothers me.
Or when she sustains them like that. Yeah. You're like you.
Yes,
but
exactly.
I think she just needs a little bit of training. She'll be fine.
Heard.
So next up was she won that obviously.
Hashtag
And
obviously.
I'm just saying, some of these battles are pretty obvious. The final battle that we're going to talk about is Blessing versus Chris Jamieson. Blessing sang Your Body is a Wonderland by John Mayer.
I like this arrangement.
Blessings.
Yeah, I thought it was unique.
Oh, go ahead.
I thought he did great also. In fact, this was my favorite performance that he's done so far on the show. And it's because it was John Mayer and because it wasn't something that keeps bringing me. You know what? I get angry at myself because I can't help but think of Ray Charles and Stevie Wonder when I see him and he performs. And I don't like that because I feel like it takes away from him. Like, Blessing is his own person.
But that's also is due to his song choices. If he would have started with the competition with this song, I feel like we all would have thought of him completely different.
Maybe, yeah.
But I still don't think this made me respect him as an artist. But I feel like it's still a little cornball and over the top where he does the ha, ha, ha,
Yeah.
like 18 times in the song. And he still gets super shouty. And then just another note, he bounces his shoulders so much that it's like...
But you can't, those are like the only, that shouldn't, well, I mean, I guess he could stop from doing it, but it's like telling Stevie Wonder that he can't do this.
Oh, yeah, but I feel like if he did it in a way where it went with the thing, but I felt like I just wanted to be like, calm down.
Relax.
Yeah, relax a little bit. I mean, but he's super talented. I don't think he's
Right.
a winner.
Right.
I just wanted to see the cameras roll without any type of editing when Blessing told Taylor Swift, "I want to sing John Mayer." I don't know why. I feel like for some reason that would struck a nerve.
What do you mean? You wanted to see Taylor Swift's reaction to that?
Yeah.
Oh.
She's an adult. People date people and they break up.
I'm aware.
Moving forward.
Oh, I get it. I was like, wait, what? Oh, they dated. I told you, man. I don't even know who's on her list. I know one person that's on her list that I'm a little bit butthurt about, and I'm not going to talk about it.
Harry Styles.
I said I wasn't
She's
going to
got a
talk
great
about
list
it.
of people that I love. Next up was Chris
know, she
Jamieson,
does.
who sang "Sitting on the Dock of the Bay" by Otis Redding.
Great.
He looks like Channing Tatum to me.
A little bit.
So
I can see that a little.
I was like, okay, you can sing at me all you want. I wish he would have sang a poppier song because I feel like his voice is very poppy and pure.
No, but
And
that's why I was happy to hear him sing something like this.
See, I thought he took the song and made it cornball.
Okay.
Where if he would have
completely
sang a
agree.
song
Maybe.
that his
Completely
voice fit
agree.
better, I would have been like, oh, sing at me.
I'll tell you what, again, what I love about Chris is that I never expect him to have the stage presence that he has. He has magnificent stage presence.
He does.
And the simple, and unfortunately, but fortunately, because he looks the way that he does and it moves the way that he does, it just works.
See, but I feel like I don't know what's going on with the Voice wardrobe this season, but everybody's in suit
They
jackets
got in
and
contact
baggy
with
pants.
American Idols, remember last year?
Yeah, it was, and it takes away, like, he should be like oozing sex, and they have him in this like big jacket with shoulders.
Maybe they'll save it for the live
And
rounds.
I know he needs to rip that off and maybe sing without a shirt. I don't know. And
Wouldn't you love that?
if he did John Mayer or if he did something a little, I don't know, less gritty. I think because his voice is so pure, I feel like we would be maybe do a
This
Rixton
was
song.
good.
I don't know.
No.
I feel.
I'm a cornball. Maybe that's why I don't
Yeah.
see the corniness, because I would have probably done the same thing.
I don't know. I feel like this song is sung at least once every season, and I'm bored every time I hear this song.
Yeah, it doesn't really have a good build to it.
No, it doesn't. But I mean, he did a great job with it. There's
And
no
he-
doubt about it.
he
And
also-
he did win this battle.
Oh, he did. I agree.
Yeah.
He should have won. His runs to me are like when girls try to be Christina Aguilera and like he did that a little too much. I just want to like cut back.
Sorry.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it's just funny because when girls do it though, it's like you're not Christina.
So with him, it's like neither are you.
Neither are you. That's why I'm happy.
Take it back a little bit, but I think it's all about song choice and wardrobe for him.
Okay.
By wardrobe, I mean don't wear any. So he won the battle. We lost Blessing. He had a good run on the show though.
No, he definitely did. Absolutely.
So that wraps up everyone.
Yes,
we have our final fives
tomorrow. Wait, what do we have tomorrow?
Tomorrow's going to be probably a recap of the knockouts and stuff, and then Monday and Tuesday next week will be the ones where, like they narrow it down from the 5 to the 3.
Oh yeah, because it's not live yet next week. We have 2 more weeks.
No, next week we'll begin the live one because remember the way it is America usually votes 2 of the 5 in, and then the coach will vote his 3rd one.
Wait, but what happened last year that it threw you all off?
I know.
Well,
I feel like maybe
Twitter
it's
save.
not live. If you guys know what happens next week.
They're all saying they're going to the live playoffs.
Oh, next week?
That's what like all the singers are saying.
I have an idea then
playoffs.
for predictions. Let's say who our like top 5s are. Top 3 faves.
Okay.
Your
Top 3.
AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Or 4 because we have 4 people.
Okay, I'm gonna say right now. I can't remember who was last week.
Oh, you're right.
Is the problem.
You're right.
It's
Well,
from
then-
tonight. Let's talk about just tonight.
Perfect.
Taylor John Williams. And Taylor, both of the Taylors, Taylor Brashear.
Gene.
Oh yeah.
And then who's our girl that sings here?
For me, it's just
Gene was
Taylor, the
And Anita.
on Blake's team. Taylor, Gene, and Anita are mine.
I'm Gene and Mia was her name, the girl on Adam's team.
Oh, I forgot about Mia. Okay, Mia's my top 5 too.
Yeah,
She's not on mine.
Gene, Mia. If I were to pick a 3rd one, I still really like. I still really like Taylor, not the one from this past Tuesday. The other Taylor that's on Pharrell's team.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Well, tweet us
that's
what you guys think too. Where can they find you guys on social media?
Find me on Twitter at CRosieVOC. A lot of people are trying to tell me I should get on that whole Instagram thing. So that might start coming soon if I'm not lazy and get around to it. But for now, just Twitter.
He is so long-winded.
Right. Well, you can all find me on Twitter at Stephanie Giorgi, Giorgi, and on Instagram at SteffiG47. And a shout out.
Oh,
And a shout out to the Glam Squad because I know y'all notice I normally don't wear makeup.
Also, very long-winded. I'm Jason Ikeler, and you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Jason Ikeler. You can find AfterBuzz TV at AfterBuzz TV, and we will see you guys back in here next week.
Get out of here.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Chris Vitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.